You're listening to KCYP 97.7 The City. This is Scarlet Rose, and you're now listening to RGV Rocks. This is KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City. This is Scarlet Rose along with my co-host
Rockin' Rudy.
And welcome to RGV Rocks. KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City is a nonprofit organization that promotes local artists such as myself and is the home of indie music. We are now accepting donations to our website, www.thecity977.com, and as well as sponsorships to keep this radio station thriving. For more information on paying donations, sponsorships, or business advertisement, feel free to contact Joe Martinez at 956-789-0702 or by email at martinezjoe@hotmail.com. I'll be leaving the donation links in the description below if you guys want to donate to the city. I'll be plugging in our Patreon later on the show, so if you want to subscribe to that, be sure to keep listening in if you want to do anything like that. But for the people that don't know who we are, what we do, RGV Rocks is a radio show and now an online podcast dedicated to local talent, events, and all the wonderful people in the RGV, such as you and I. Today, Rock and Rudy, can you please introduce our very special guest for today?
Yes, but of course, most definitely, it is my pleasure. I've got a longtime friend with me today on the air, and of course, this guy you have heard, you have seen. Now, if you listen to Wild 104, he is one of the radio jocks on that show. He is a great person all the way around, a loving husband, and he is an awesome fisherman. Let me tell you what, he knows how to fish, so now he's never going to go hungry because he eats a lot of tuna and everything like that. Real good. The one and only, the famous DJ Agro. Woo!
What it do, RGV Rock fans?
Agro?
It's your boy Agro, the party rocker in the house. Ya tú sabes. ¿Qué onda, raza?
How you been, Agro?
Great, man. Had a long fishing day yesterday. We actually got stuck for 2 hours in the sloughs and nothing but mud in a big boat. We were trying to push it around, so I'm kind of sore right now. My arms are kind of pumped. I don't know if you can tell, but
Showing the big guns.
We got stuck out there, and I don't know. I mean, I'm a little burned. I don't know if you can tell, pero estoy soleado y todo, but I'm good. We made it out. Still fish. We got some fish, and we got some mangrove snappers and some red and some trout, so we're good.
Oh, okay. Was that when I talked to you? It was yesterday, the day before yesterday? I talked to you. Said you were in the middle of the canal right now fishing.
See, that was yesterday. Yeah, that was in the middle of the water out there. Pues casi siempre, anytime I get off, I go fish, man. Get some food for the familia.
Yeah. Some good fishing too. I saw the pictures your wife put up on Facebook, and she goes, "This is some kind of tuna you had caught, and it was caught by Agro, and it tastes good." She's like, "Oh man, I want some." Yeah,
Blackfin tuna, man. I'm telling you, it's delicious. I want to go back for some more. The trip was 325 each person, and it was 6 people on the boat.
All right, and then you go. Where was this at?
To Port Mansfield. We go 40 miles out, deep sea.
Ooh, nice. That's why that tuna she posted, those pictures look real good. You know.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's and then fresh caught. It's not processed, no GMOs, nothing. Is fresh, straight from the fillet table.
All right. You said GMO. You didn't say GMA. Okay, good. So
Good morning, America.
Just want to make sure everybody heard that part. GMO. Okay. All right. So, Agro, so how you been? How's everything going for you in Wild 104?
Man, Wild 104 right now is great. We're number one by a lot. We're still rocking. We're we're like a skeleton of a team, but we're still maintaining, still be able to be out in the streets, still rocking the waves, and number one all the way through the board, from the morning show to the afternoon to me at nights. And all around, I've been still number one for straight 15 years now. You know what I'm saying? So blessed, and I love it, man. I mean, and I just try to stay humble and be out with my peeps and try to meet new people every day, you know what I'm saying? And show them love and respect, and that's it. Always stay on a positive energy. That's me, man.
I see that. I see, and I feel it every time you come out, you know, like on a show or something, or when you go meet people, like when you do. I know for a minute there you were doing a lot of what was it called? Was it Metro PCS or was it Cricket? That you were doing a lot of promotions for them?
Yeah, well, we're doing both, but mainly Cricket does a lot of promotion with us right now. We're out there almost every weekend, Fridays and Saturdays, you know, doing location hits and stuff like that.
Well, let's go ahead and get the show started. Let's get the party started, right? Miss Scarlet
Yeah.
Rose, you want to go ahead and start off and ask Mr. Agro some questions?
Thank
Yeah. Any
you so
questions? Let me know.
much, Rudy. Okay, so the main question we usually ask on our show, and this is the main question we really ask anybody on the show, especially for their first time here, like Agro. I was gonna
Okay.
ask you, what is your favorite part about the RGV and why?
Ooh, I love it that it's not too big and not too small. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
not too fast and not too slow. Um, the traffic is not too bad. I know everybody complains about McAllen, but I mean, I love that it's just one highway and you get off and on and off whenever you want, and you're in the cities. And I just love that everything's connected. And then the humbleness of the people out here, and mainly the fishing. That's what I love. The fishing is, I love the both worlds of freshwater, which is alligator gar, bass, catfish, gaspergoo, freshwater drum, and stuff like that. And then I love that I can go deep sea or just on the bay all the time for saltwater. And then we have what you call brackish water, and you have some spots where you can catch both kind of fish. So I just love it. I can go on and on forever on that. And then the entertainment wise, the music is awesome out here. I mean, everybody, the party nightlife and the clubs and stuff are always popping, and I love the way the people vibe with me when I play out there. So I love the
Okay.
RGV
Speaking of
rocks. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the
There
name
you
says it all.
go.
You know what I'm saying? The RGV really rocks. Because I've been to Houston, I've been to New York, I've been to LA, I've been to Miami, and it doesn't compare. Like, I mean, yeah, I love it over there, but it's more of a just visit and then come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, go experience it, and yeah, it was cool, but I love my RGV.
Mhm.
And Agro, you also do DJing as on the side too as well.
Yeah.
I know that's on your own. I know that one time you were also DJing at Club Vibe for the longest time with all my CS mix masters and everything like that. And I know you've done some gigs with mix masters and all. You
Yep.
still doing the individual house parties and stuff like that, or weddings and such?
Man, I mean, ahorita lo que salga, you know what I'm saying? The only time I don't do the weddings and stuff like that is because I usually get residencies at clubs. Como dijiste, we were at Vibe for almost 4 years plus. You know what I'm saying? Rocking it and packed and still and everything. But doors close, open, the others open, and that's all I do. Jump around and just try to make the best decision and the next move that I'm going to do and make the right one because I don't want to be just jumping around too much. I like being working my residencies and stuff like that and working my nights. And that's what I'm used to, the party rock life. Because, man, the clubs are just runs through my veins, Been doing it since 96. That I've been doing since 96. So 2 years on the radio.
So you started DJing before you became an air jock.
Yes.
And you've been an air jock already, you said like about 2.5 decades, which is like about 22 years or something like that?
Yeah, man, a little more over, 25 plus. I mean, so I started in 98, I started in 106.1 Radio Next in Laredo. And then 2 years after that, Bobby Macias, the way you're with Mix Masters, it's a company that we have too on the side, from Wild 104. That's where I originated from, you know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my boy Bobby Macias, mi carnal, you know what I'm saying? We all know each other, entonces parte de la clica, bro.
Yes.
Mix Masters, they asked him to move over here to work at KWW. Y pues mi carnal, being my carnal, he brought the crew, you know what I'm saying? Vicious, me, Danny Boy, we all came over here. Started working and just fell in love with the Valley, and the Valley fell in love with us. And I'm blessed for that. Thank you, RGB.
I was going to ask you, and your wife, you met your wife here in the Valley, right?
Yes, she's from West Dakota.
Okay, so so in other words, he moved over here from Laredo to fall in love and get married and have kids, right?
Several kids, man. 7 kids later. 3 biologically not mine, but I raised them since young. It's a long story. I don't know if we want to get into that, but I ended up having. I have 7 kids, 3 biologically not mine, 4 biologically mine, 2 from my ex-wife, 1 from Laredo. The first one, they're all doing great, and I keep in touch with all of them. So and I love them.
I know that your one I think your stepdaughter. I did her quinceañera. I remember I was out there for her quinceañera.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes, sir.
The mixed matches, of course, and I was out there MC and everything like that. It was a heck of a good night that day. Let me tell you. You looked all sharp, all GQ, spiffed it out and everything. I think that time you had the mohawk hair.
Yeah, you still had the mohawk. I used to rock the designs and everything. And then now you see it. Now you see it everywhere, bro. Now you see every barber and every kid have designs everywhere. That's crazy seeing that. Sometimes I want to go back to doing it. I know. a little fad there, and nobody even knows it. I don't even think anybody knows that, unless I show them. I have all the pictures and stuff like that.
You know what you should have done? I don't know if you heard the story about the kid that won the Mohawk contest from like the RGV. He won
Yeah,
second
the mullet.
place. Yeah, the
Yeah, the mullet
mullet.
contest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
Have you ever
that's
considered
actually
about doing your hair like that or nah?
a mullet style. No, but I used to do a mohawk. I don't know if I can get a picture and show you. I don't think I have Hennessy picture. I don't think I have it here, but I need to look for one. I don't know. Rock and Roll can tell you it was like a straight little mohawk, and then on the
Mhm.
sides I had nothing but designs, and they were like freestyle designs from my boy Clipper G George. He was a awesome barber. He would come to my house every week and customly do my designs and stuff like that. So
You're talking about George
Clipper G, bro.
Clipping G, yes, but you're talking about George Guzman.
Yes, Guzman.
Yeah,
Yes. Ah,
that's my
huevo.
cousin.
Ándale. Todos
His
somos
dad,
amigos,
is a
ya
famous
sabes.
Tejano legend. His dad's a
Yep,
famous Tejano legend.
exacto. Yes, his
Carlos.
dad. Yes,
Yeah,
everybody knows. Yes, sir. So
yeah.
yeah, his son was Clipper G. He's the one that would cut my hair all the time. I know he
Mhm.
was with the Cumbia Kings and he would cut their hair. So that guy was a bad. He still is. I mean, that
He
guy
still
gets
is.
down. So I
He
might hit
goes
him
to
up.
the he goes to the Mixed Master Studios and does Bobby's and Nita's
And
trims
DJ.
Nita's hairs and everything. Yeah, and
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
too. Yeah, so yeah,
That's a trip. Yeah.
he's a good barber. So if you ever need a good barber there, Miss Scarlett Rose, he'll do you
Yep.
up real good.
Yes.
I just need somebody to do my undercut actually, because I've been wanting to get like an undercut for a
Oh, he'll
while.
get down on that and he'll throw down the
Yeah.
design to make it look real pimp so that when you put the chongo on, it looks nice.
Yeah, heck yeah.
He can
No.
he can even put there "I love whoever," like that.
Yeah, that's a special one. Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, yeah.
what's it called?
Before-
Agro. I was gonna ask really quick, for
Mhm.
since you're gonna celebrate, I think 20 years on air, right? Pretty soon for
25
2024.
plus.
20 plus.
No, yeah, in 2024, I'll be celebrating 20 from
20 years on air.
with Wild 104.
Oh, 2024. Woo!
Yeah, 24. 2024
20
on air.
years.
What are you gonna
Yeah, I
do
want
to
to.
celebrate that?
Man, to
We're
me,
go fishing.
yeah, that's why I'm on 42 already. In 2024, I'm gonna be 44. So I mean, I'm at the point where I've been clubbing and partying and entertainment and all that around people so much already for so many years that I prefer just to go separate and go fish and go chill, on a more personal level with my wife and friends and personal friends and just fish and relax. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
More quiet than loudness because I've had my eardrums drummed out. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
They already got all the beat they can
but
take.
But yeah, that's what I celebrate with. I don't celebrate out at clubs if I celebrate like that, I would probably rent a boat out at the South Padre Island with some music and fishing. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
just
Oh, yeah.
personal, a group of friends of like 75 people, which I would do every year for my birthday for like 5 straight years that I did. And it was pretty awesome.
I was gonna ask you that since you've been in the valley, of course you've grown everything like that. Your son Josiah, he's following your steps as a DJ as well, and I understand he's doing real good. DJ Mac and Bobby was always telling me that that's good. That's the future right there, of course, which is DJ Mac and Josiah, and they're always together too, right? They always hang out, right?
Well, all my kids all my boys are musically inclined. They all play either instruments or they rap or they produce. My oldest, which is Joseph, he lives in San Marcos. He raps. He's a little rapper. So he buys beats and he'll rap. You know what I'm saying? He'll go to the studio. He'll ask me for money because he wants to go to the studio out there, stuff like that. So he does that. And he goes by J Preem. And then I have my second oldest, was Josiah. He's the one you're talking about. He does DJing, but mainly he does more producing. Right now, he's already selling beats. He's got beats online and stuff like that, but he does a lot more producing. So he's concentrating more on that and making a name for himself as a producer. And that way he can have his own music to be able to mix at clubs and do his own shows and stuff like that. And then I have baby Agro también. Well, my other son, Devin, which is from my ex-wife in Edinburgh, he also plays instruments and stuff, and he loves music, but and produces too, and also video. And then my youngest, which is baby Agro, he actually plays all instruments. He plays in conjunto. He does a lot of producing. He's all around también. And he just turned 16.
Oh
4
my
days ago.
God.
Wow.
You be
Start him
making
young. Start him
prodigies.
young.
and I just show them the basics. I guess from being around me so much and stuff like that, they kind of just naturally love it, I guess, and they picked up on it on their own. And I just support whatever they wanted. You know, hey, he wanted to get into drums, I bought him drums. He wanted a bass guitar, you got a bass guitar. You want an electric guitar, you got an electric guitar. He even bought an old organ. That I was like, I don't know. He's all into analog, and he's all
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
yeah. He's falling crazy into the music and stuff, and how everything works, and he's barely learning, so he's falling. It's just experimenting. So I bought him a little bit of everything. But right now he plays bass and he plays in a conjunto, so he's very musically inclined.
Well, we're gonna have to make another show here, Miss Scarlett Rose, and we're gonna have to call it the Agro family, you know,
And bring all
put
the
up-
familia.
yeah,
and show
and
what
have
they
all
can
the
do.
family there, the kids, because I mean they all do something different, but I'm pretty sure they all sound great. You know what I mean when you put them together. So we're gonna have to do that. We're gonna have to call it what your last name is Suarez, right?
Yeah, Juarez.
The
The
Suarez
Suarez
family.
boys, you know, like that, huh?
The Suarez boys.
It's gonna be cool. I can see it already. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. So
Maybe soon I'll put on a show or something. Allá en el Paint Arena o algo.
that'd be that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Oh yeah. So let me ask you something. Since you become already famous and everything, because you are well known on air and off air, and everybody who knows you and stuff, they all love and respect you and everything. Who is your biggest fan that you ran into, or your biggest celebrity that you like that you met, or you haven't yet?
I always get asked that, but that's weird because I'm not too much of a fan struck kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I guess you would have to say somebody that really amazes me, and like I would love to meet.
Nah, you're gonna say Bad Bunny.
No, baby. I would not. I mean, it wouldn't be anybody in the music. It would be somebody more influential. You know what I'm saying? More of a like philosopher type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, big money, big, all over, well rounded, always on a positive energy, stuff like that. But as far as like celebrity style, I don't really get to. Al contrario, my wife is the one that's like, "Hey, tell him you're Agro. Let's go back there and let's go take a picture." I'm like, "Nah, I don't want to." I don't know, for some reason I just don't like bothering the artist like that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if I'm bothering.
Yeah, I understand, and I can see that. It's just that's always happened, and. I mean, there's been times, where I'm with a girl and say, "Hey, go let me know you're rocking and stuff like that," and I go over there and they turn around and say, "Who?" Oh, yeah, okay.
Like, no, I don't
turn
want
around and walk away, go the other way.
Yeah, like I don't like abusing of any power. If I do have any power, I don't like abusing of any power. If they ask me, "Hey, come back here, take a picture," he's right there. I stop. We'll see. That's why you'll see some pictures of me with some artists. But if it's where the artist is being like rules, you know how they are. They never. The manager, especially the manager, they try to restrict all that, and they don't want anybody taking pictures, but only the hot chicks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're like the DJ. Sorry, but yeah, you know what I mean. So yeah, I don't really get too struck by fan struck. I don't have a big celebrity. I don't have what I'm saying. I just I'm humble, and that's it.
Yeah.
maybe in the fishing community too, I'll have somebody else, but not really. I mean,
but you never know,
but
right?
I show a lot of love to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. That's why you're so humble. That's why you're who you are. That's why you're where you're at, because you don't really look for that fame status. It just happens naturally, and you just roll with it.
I don't. That's the least of
your worries.
I just do it for the love of what I love doing. Music, the dancing, the entertainment life. You know what I'm saying? I just love all that. That's all I've ever done, and that's all I know how to do.
Oh yes, talking about dancing. Do you and your wife go dancing, but you physically go out of the floor and dance with her, or you just go to dance?
She wants, she always wants to dance a lot more. But speaking of dancing, that's how I got into the.
Oh, really? Talk about that.
Yeah, I used to be a b-boy dancer. That's how I got into DJing. I was a b-boy dancer all through my life, since 5 years old. I used to perform at the Plaza Mall in Laredo, and I used to have cheerleaders dancing around me, and I would be doing head spins and all the breakdancing moves, and I would copy a lot of moves from Michael Jackson. He was one of my biggest idols. If anything, now that I think about it, he would probably be one that I would be really struck and to see, pero pues ya está muerto, ya no lo puedo ver.
Well, yeah, one day you will meet him.
Yeah,
oh my God.
That'll be later on. So maybe I will, in the gates of heaven. So, but Michael Jackson, I used to copy him. I used to dance all the time. And then, I was a b-boy dancer all through high school. And then there was a b-boy battle at our high school. And I saw a DJ, they're scratching and stuff. And it was actually Bad Boy Bill. And man, he was tearing it up, and I was like, man, I want to do that. So I started getting into that. And then during lunch at school, I started DJing, and all the schools over there in Laredo started getting that onda too of having DJs and b-boy dancers, and it was all that fad during that time. So the radio station at that time picked up on that, and that's where they did a DJ battle, and then the DJ battle winner won a weekend gig on the radio, and that's where I got into radio.
Be a DJ by winning a DJ battle in Laredo. There you go.
Oh my
Well,
god.
that's cool. So what is the future still looks good for DJ Agro and Wild 104? As you said, y'all doing strong. You got a skeleton crew, but y'all are still making it happen.
Yeah, man. I mean, and going back to the Bobby, he's the one that really got me into radio the most. You know what I'm saying? Bobby is, man, that guy is all even more. That guy bleeds nothing but radio, entertainment, y todo. So, man, I got to give props to my man, my carnal, Bobby Macias, and the Mixmaster family. Nita's like a second mom to all of us. You already know.
Oh, yes,
so
of course.
I just had to put that in there. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that really brought me into the radio the most, and gave me all the pointers and the talking. And I mean, I learned a lot from that guy. It's going me papa in the radio.
His papi radio.
Oh, Bobby radio.
But el carnal, Bobby Macias, Mixmaster fam, ya sabes. Shouts out.
Sure. All the way through. That's why, we're still mix masters. We do what we do and everything. And all the way over here to San Antonio, we're mixing and everything on live. But we got to go ahead and ask Scarlet Rose, do you have any other questions? You've been starstruck, Scarlet Rose, it looks like. Look at your eyes. You're okay.
Nah, you've been taking all the credit, Rudy. That's
Thank
exactly
you.
why I've been starstruck. Hey, but what's it called? How was that transition from DJing to radio? Because it's completely different from just like regular DJing on the what's it called, for the scratching of like the discs and stuff like that. So how was that transition?
Well, that's what I guess is giving me the up on everything that I can MC and DJ, because I started DJing first, you know what I'm saying? And then radio is just talking, you know what I'm saying? Doing your logs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the word? I can't read. I got a brain fart right now on what it's called. What do you call it? Breaking it down? Not production. I had a brain fart. I don't know, but I mean, it's because radio, it's different. It's just talking. It's more MC work and prepping and stuff like that, and doing a show prep and stuff like that. But DJing, you actually play music, and you're playing disc to disc, beat to beat, mixing and blending and stuff like that. So I get to put both of them together because I started DJing first, and then I went into MCing from being on the radio. And I also MC whenever I rock the decks too. So that's what gives me a one up to be a party rocker.
Brain fart. All right, I like that. We're gonna have to put that up there, okay?
Oh my gosh.
The party rocker. That's what I say all the time on the radio. What's up? Yeah, it's your boy Agro, the party rocker.
I've heard you before on the night shifts. Have you ever done the overnight shifts or like the graveyard shifts or what's it called? Have you ever done that or no?
That's what I actually started first with Wild 104 too. I used to be the overnight celebrity. That's what I used to call myself. I was like, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Agro, the overnight celebrity. Did that for a while, and then there was changes in the radio, and then I moved up to 7 to midnight, which is a night shift, and that's when I went full time on the radio, and I've been #1 ever since too. So, and that's through Arbitron ratings.
I know that every once in a while y'all have a DJ that'll be in studio with you guys while you guys are talking, just to show off the DJ their mix real quick and stuff, and then you go back to your regular regular lineup and stuff. Is that correct? Right?
What for what?
Like, in other words, there could be a DJ in the studio with you mixing, just to show off that DJ so we can hear what they sound like. And then you go back into your regular programming.
Like my show consists, of 7 to 12, and at 8 o'clock, I have 1 hour of live mixing, which is me. Usually there is an MC, like a radio show guy with another DJ. But in my case, as I do both, I just do it myself. You know what I'm saying? I'll be mixing, and then I'll just talk in between and send shout outs or whatnot.
Oh, okay.
That's how talented he is, Rudy. You gotta give him credit for it.
Of course, all the time. I know
for like the weddings and stuff, plus I got you. You know what I'm saying? I'll just mix and you rock the mic. You know what I'm saying? That's how we usually do it. But when I'm by myself, I can do it. Like on the radio, I'll be mixing. You know what I'm saying? I'll throw a little loop and I'll talk, and then I'll let it go and just continue. That's where the mixing comes.
I was gonna ask you, Agro, how was it working with Johnny O on the radio? I know you and him worked together for almost like 15 years or something like that too, no, or something.
That's another radio god right there. That guy believes nothing but radio. Gotcha. And I mean, mad props to him. I learned a lot from him as well. He pushed me in the right direction. And just because of him, I mean, we've been number one as well. And I just been still leading off of what everything he showed me too. Combined with Bobby, plus that's what makes me number one, bro. You know,
There you
can't.
go.
You know what I'm saying? Learning everything from Bobby and Johnny O, two of the biggest radio guys out here. Like, number, you know, I can't go wrong. This is naturaleza.
Well, there you
You know
go.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
we had Johnny on our show a couple of weeks ago, and the Valley's Most Wanted is radio podcast show and all that. Now they're also starting to do live feed podcasts too. They just upgraded to that, and they're
Awesome.
tremendously great. Yeah, they're good. They're real good. They do a great
Mhm.
job.
That's great, man. Yeah, more power to them. I mean, I still talk to Frankie. I still talk to Roxy and all of them till, and even Lorena Macarena.
Lorena Macarena, yeah.
Another one. There was another one that was with our radio show with Johnny O in the mañana here at the Mojo Morning Show on the radio on Wild 104. Pero pues ya, se acabó eso. Now we got Tino Cochino Radio.
Tino Cochino Radio.
Yeah, El Tino Cochino. We got him on the radio every morning, so you can check him out on Wild 104.
So I have one more question because what's it called? We're already cutting it close to time already. But I have one more question, especially for you, Agro. What is your favorite catch that you've ever like caught while fishing? Is there like a favorite memory there, or what's the biggest fish that you caught?
Yeah, it's actually an alligator gar. It's 7'5", so it's a big fish. I averaged the weight about 210 pounds. So it's a fish that's bigger than me. That looks like an alligator, but it's a fish.
Seen them? They're scary. I've seen them in like what's it called? They get them out of, like the canals.
Yep.
They're scary. Wait, did you
Actually,
catch one in the canal, or like where was it?
Yeah, in the canal. That's where it was here in La Feria and the Arroyo Colorado. It's actually a floodway. Whenever it rains here in the RGV, everything that floods through there, and out of the Rio Grande and through there. It's like a main vein, and it goes out into the Arroyo City or Rio Hondo, and then Arroyo City, and it goes out into the bay, which is the deep sea over there. So,
Oh man, I bet you that day you caught that thing, you thought it was a monster, huh?
man, it was crazy. Let me tell you, I got videos and everything on Facebook too, and it was July 4th, as a matter of fact,
July
in 2018, I think it was.
Before COVID and all that ugly stuff, huh?
I think that's why I like fishing, because it gets away from all of that too. You know what I'm saying? We're by ourselves. And have to worry about getting COVID and stuff like that.
You never get scared of like fishing by yourself, or no?
Nah, I usually carry my piece with me, and I have friends with me and stuff like that. So always in a group, never by myself.
Ah, okay.
It's always in a group.
Your wife
Yeah.
on her thing, she always puts their Miss DJ Agro or something like that. How is it that she puts it on her web?
Her Facebook. Her Facebook name is Diana Miss Agro Juarez. But she's actually known too, and she's got a big fan base. She's got a 40 million reach in I think Facebook, TikTok, and all that. Like she's making bank right now, bro, off of that. A Facebook reel, she makes like $10,000 a month. But she goes by the RGV Lice Lady, the La Piojo Queen. Mm-hmm.
Hey.
That's our personal business, our side business that we have. Well, mainly she runs it. I mean, she's the one that does the actual appointments and takes out the piojos and stuff manually, like the old type. There's no chemicals. It's all natural.
Yeah.
She nitpicks them and stuff. You know, like Abuelita used to do it. So
Right.
Yep.
Usa el chino comb.
yeah,
Oh.
she has a comb, and she has some pomade that she has made that's all natural with tea tree oil that also helps keep away lice and stuff like that she sells. So she's doing real good.
Agro, do you have a platform or anything where anybody can like listen to your music or anything like that if they want to get a hold of you?
Plus I have some mixes and stuff that I upload on SoundCloud. You can check me out on SoundCloud, DJ Agro. Other than that, just the radio, Wild 104. Check out the Block Party Mix Show every day at 7 a.m., 12 p.m., 5 p.m., and 8 p.m. with me.
And if like say if they wanted like to get some information on you, call you for a party or anything like that, any way to get a hold of you?
Masters, baby. Mix Masters.
Mix Masters, there you go.
Manager. 607-9915, ya sabes.
Yeah, Bobby Macias and company, Bubba.
Any shout outs?
Shout out just to my family. Thank you for always supporting me. Love y'all. And RGV Rocks fam. Nice to meet y'all. Hopefully we'll be back again.
Heck yeah.
There you go. Yeah, and like I said, the next time it's gonna have to be the Suarez boys. You know, we gotta have to get the
Oh
guys
my
in there 'cause
gosh.
they're all doing their own thing.
I'll
You
get
know.
them, bro. I'll get them to do a little something. You know what I'm saying? Just to show you all that
Mhm.
I'm serious.
Thank you so much for joining us here on RGV Rocks once again, DJ Agro. Oh my gosh, thank you
Thank
so
you for
much.
having me.
I want to send out a big old shout out to my co-host there, Miss Scarlett Rose. Look at all. Happy belated birthday, Miss Scarlett
Thank
Rose.
you.
You
Happy
just turned
birthday.
21.
Woo! Yeah, I just turned 21. I had my first drink with the family yesterday, so I was
Oh,
like,
nice.
yeah, it was
No
amazing.
wonder when
Oh,
I
no.
called you last night, you were all like, I can't talk right now.
I didn't say that. I was perfectly fine.
I was up early at 10 waiting for a link and all that. I was like, they must have had a good night last night. I don't know if they're gonna wake up. And then 10 minutes to the time to 11, boom, we're ready to rock. I was like, oh, okay, let's go.
Big old shout out to, of course, to Mr. DJ Agro right here for coming out and joining us today and making this show possible. We appreciate you showing off the guns because he went fishing, he got stuck in the mud, and then of course he said I can't start the show without the poster in the background. And look who he's got, Dak Prescott, big time
Hopefully
Cowboys
we
fan.
do good. Go Cowboys.
Let me go shout out to everybody in RGV Rocks listening and everything like that. We thank you for joining us every Thursday. And also, big old shout out to my two beautiful daughters, Trinity, darling Dre, and my grandson Carson, where they're in Houston right now at the Space Camp in Nassau. Hope they're having fun, everything like that, which I'm sure they are. And Officer Hernandez, Bulverde PD, congratulations to him and his wife having a baby girl, real pretty little girl. We're gonna call her Minnie Hernandez. That's what is her name, Minnie Hernandez. I can't wait till Destiny gets married and starts having children. I want to see what they're gonna look like. Yeah,
That won't be till
and
like 10 years later, Rudy. So chill.
Okay, we still got. We'll still be on the air by then. Trust me.
I know.
Oh, we'll be on the air.
Todos canosos, pero we'll be here, huh?
Yeah.
Right. We'll be here. We'll be here.
If you guys want to check us out or learn more about what we do on our show, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Facebook and Instagram is just RGV Rocks, and Twitter is Rocks RGV. Once again, Facebook, Instagram, RGV Rocks, and Twitter is Rocks RGV. We also have a Patreon that we would like to plug in, which is www.patreon.com/RGV Rocks. So if you want to subscribe to our Patreon, just click the link in the description below. If you want to do that, we give very special $5 shout outs. So if you want to, put a little money, you can have a special shout out at the end of the show. We like to plug you guys in. If you want to give a very special shout out, if it's like your birthday or something, we do that too. And those $5 also goes to the station. So not only are you supporting us, but you're also supporting the other shows on the station as well. So you can do that or donate to the station directly. You can do either or in the description below. So please click both of those links if you can. Very special shout out to everyone listening to KCYP 97.7 FMLP The City. We'll see you guys next week. See ya.
See ya.